Okay, I'm making some rice pudding today, and I've started off with 2/3 of a cup of sugar in here, and to that I'm going to add about 7 cups of milk. This will make a fairly thick pudding. If you like it a little bit runnier or more creamy, just add some milk, maybe use about 8 cups. Out of that, I'm going to add 1 cup of rice. Okay, you want to add about a half a teaspoon of salt. You can leave this out if you want. Boil, or almost to a boil, on top of about a medium heat, and stir. Keep an eye on it. Keep stirring it because milk burns really easily. Okay, my milk is just starting to come to a boil. You can tell by the bubbles around the side. It's called scalding the milk. I don't normally let it come to a full boil, but you can. I don't want to risk burning it. So I'm going to turn the temperature off now. And I'm going to pour it into my casserole dish, which I've already greased with vegetable oil. Okay, now I'm just going to put a lid on this casserole dish, and I'm going to put it in the oven at 325 for 45 minutes, and then we're going to add a few more things to it. Okay, our rice pudding's been cooking for 45 minutes. I'm just going to give it a stir to break up the little clumps of rice. And I'm going to add about a cup of raisins. And then I'm going to add about half a tablespoon of vanilla. That a bit of a stir. Now I'm going to cover it and put it back in the oven for another 15 minutes. And then when I'm done, I'll take it out and add some cinnamon to the top. Okay, the last 15 minutes have finished in cooking, and this is starting to thicken up nicely. See, the raisins have plumped up and gotten soft. Now I'm going to add some cinnamon to the top of this. And I don't measure this, I just eyeball however much you want. You can leave it out if you don't like cinnamon. And stir that in. Okay, now I'm just going to put the lid back on this and let it sit until it cools down. As it cools, the rice will keep soaking up some of the liquid, so it'll be really thick by the time that it's done. If you want a more creamy pudding with more sauce in it, then add more milk when you first start to cook this. Like instead of using 7 cups, maybe use 8. You know, just play with the recipe a little bit. Maybe even 8.5. Just, you know, the first couple times you make it, you could try different amounts and see what it is that you like the best. And just another tip. A safety tip, I'm using an old stone liner of an old crock pot that stopped working. These make great casserole dishes, but any casserole dish that is made out of ceramic or glass, when you take them out of the oven, make sure you put them on a wooden cutting board or a towel, because they cannot take a quick temperature change. If I was to put this right on my tile countertop or linoleum type countertop, these have a risk of cracking. So that is the one downside to most baking dishes. Have the same problem. Likewise, most of the time you wouldn't take a cold dish right out of the fridge and put it in the oven that's hot. Put it in the, if you're going to warm something up, put it in the oven and then turn the temperature on and let it gradually rise. Because especially as these dishes get older, they start to get little flaws in them, and normally they're perfectly safe, but you just don't want to have a quick temperature shock. Anyway, I just thought of that because I had a friend that had that happen to her once. Okay, our rice pudding is almost cooled enough. As you can see, it's thickened up quite a bit. Now it will still thicken farther the longer you let it sit, but you could go ahead and serve this now, or if you like it cold, you can go ahead and let it finish letting it cool, and then put it in the fridge to chill overnight. It makes a really nice breakfast too. I hope you enjoy.